Hey, this is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Q4 Summit, and I wanted to talk with you today about quarter four. Today is September the 1st, and so it is the start of a brand new month, but it is also the start of quarter four. And quarter four happens to officially be October, November, and December, but our team, we expanded out to September through January, which means it starts today. And what I want to talk about is you and your plan for quarter four. What are you doing? What have you done? What do you have planned? What did you pull together? And how putting together a plan starting today, sitting down tonight and drafting something can actually change what your bank account looks like by the end of December or the end of January. So let's get started. So since quarter four is the most profitable time of the year, where most of the money is made by e-commerce sellers, you have to know that there is so much opportunity for you to be one of those sellers. Now, e-commerce sellers are people who sell on Amazon or eBay or Shopify, or they might sell on WooCommerce. They may sell on Etsy, maybe Mercari or Poshmark, maybe Facebook Marketplace, and even like 5 Mile, OfferUp, or Vinted. They may also acquire inventory and sell them at trade shows, or not trade shows, but thrift flea markets and things like that. So this is an opportunity for you to make some money because this is the busiest shopping season of the year. The number of shoppers that are in stores or buying things online is exponentially larger. And online selling is just the projections for online selling are ridiculous. If you don't think that online selling has made such a huge dent, you have to look at all of the brick and mortars that have been closing over the last 2 years. Some pretty big name brands, stores, and just industries have shut down. They don't exist anymore. They don't exist as they used to. And so that is in part due largely to online shopping. People are taking advantage of online shopping in so many different ways. You have your Walmart convenience shopping where you can just order online and drive and pick it up. Same thing with some of the other stores, or you have services that will go shopping for you and deliver it to your house. So the fact that people can have things delivered to their houses has made shopping so much easier. There's no need to go and fight with people in stores during Christmas. Nobody needs to do that anymore. So if you are interested in learning how to be one of those sellers that has inventory or products or items listed so that people that are actively buying during this season can buy your stuff, then I'm just going to be speaking to you then. So the first thing I would recommend to all sellers is, even if you're a seasoned seller or you are a new seller, is that you've got to put together a schedule for the next 3 to 5 months. Again, 3 to 5 months. The official time window is October, November, and December, but we expand that to September to January. So again, today's September the 1st, so you got to take some action today. Get out a pen and paper, write out your schedule or look at your schedule. Figure out what you're doing and what you need to be doing when it comes to your business. So if you have not really looked at a schedule, sometimes we have doctor's appointments, we have dentist appointments, we have appointments to go do different things. We have plans for our holiday vacations. Look at that schedule. And if you're going to be an e-commerce seller, there are 3 main things you need to figure out. There's more than these, there really are, but 3 things you need to think about. You need to think about, when am I going to be sourcing? What am I going to be sourcing? When and what? 2, when am I going to be listing? That's the biggest one, because people can't buy what is not listed. Regardless of the platform, people cannot buy it if it's not listed. And then 3rd, when are you going to ship your inventory? Whether it is shipping it into Amazon, if you're doing FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon, where when you package up your inventory and send it into the Amazon warehouse, when it is checked in, it gets the little Prime logo on it. So when people are searching for specific items on Amazon, those items that have the Prime logo, one of those might be yours. Or you could be a merchant fulfillment seller, which are seller fulfilled, And that is where when someone buys something from you on any platform, that once they purchase it, you have to physically ship it to them. So you need to figure out, when are you going to be shipping items? When are you going to be listing items? And when are you going to be sourcing? Again, there's a lot more, there's a lot of other things you need to be thinking about, but those are the top three. So build a schedule around that. Maybe you're sourcing for 1 hour a day, maybe you're listing for an hour or 2 hours a day, and maybe you're shipping for an hour to 2 hours a day. I have no idea. But you need to look at your schedule, maybe start moving some things around for the next 3 to 5 months so you can take advantage of all of the online shoppers, because there are a lot of them. And again, sales for online shopping are increasing. I think this year they're projecting it's going to increase by an additional 34%. So that means this is an opportunity for you to grab some of those sales. The second thing is you need to determine what your e-commerce approach or strategy is going to be. Are you going to be doing shopping for profits, which is retail arbitrage, where you go out to a store and you buy inventory, you buy items at a low price. So maybe it's on clearance, maybe you've got coupons, whatever the strategy happens to be. And then you take that item and you send it in, or you list it on a specific platform. Maybe you're going to do online arbitrage, where you don't physically go anywhere, where you just do research online, you list it on a platform, and then maybe you send it in to Amazon. Or you're going to do merchant fulfilled or seller fulfilled, where you ship it to the customer when they buy it from you from that particular platform. Maybe you're going to do drop shipping. Drop shipping is still an option. A lot of people who sell on Shopify do drop shipping. Maybe you are going to just sell books. Maybe you're going to do white label or private label. White label and private label, you probably should have started before now, but there's still an opportunity for you to make some money. So again, there's a lot of different ways in which you can do e-commerce. You can do print on demand, and which is another form of indirect drop shipping, or you could do merch, again, another form of drop shipping. So you need to figure that out. The next thing that you want to do, so do some research on that, figure out pretty quickly, because it's September the 1st, which one you're going to do. The next thing is, what platform or sales channels are you going to sell on? Are you going to take advantage of selling on Walmart? You're going to go ahead and go through the process today to get approved to sell on Walmart. Are you going to sell on Amazon? You're going to sell on Amazon. And you've never sold on Amazon before. They had a deadline of September the 1st. And I previously did a couple of Facebook Lives encouraging people to create their Amazon accounts. I offered my time if anyone needed any help with creating their Amazon accounts. And so if you didn't meet the September 1st deadline, it's okay. You can still sell on Amazon. It's just that you will not have met the criteria for the Amazon holiday seller guidelines. But again, you can still sell. You would just have some level of limitations. You could sell on Etsy. You can sell on, like I said, Shopify or Walmart. You need to figure out what platforms are you going to sell on. Maybe you're not going to do any of those, and you're just going to sell things on the Facebook Marketplace and maybe Poshmark or Mercari or some of the other mobile apps. But you need to decide which platforms or channels you're going to sell on. And then the next is, you need to find or raise some capital to acquire inventory. You know, with print on demand, you don't have to have any inventory. So raising capital is not a huge issue. You could actually run your e-commerce business without spending any money. Other forms of drop shipping, again, you don't have to have any capital. Now, we recommend that you should have some capital, because there's going to be times where you have to ship something to a customer. And so you will need to be able to buy that item, even if you're going to be reimbursed shortly thereafter. So having some level of capital is a good thing. One of the ways in which you might do that is, you have probably items around your house that you haven't used for years, whether it's in the closet, in the attic, whatever the case may be. Maybe it's in the garage. Maybe you've got neighbors who are going to donate something to the thrift store. You can take those items, you can list them on platforms like 5 Mile Offer Up right now, or eBay or Craigslist. Then when those items sell, take that money and reinvest it into physical inventory, or use it as capital if you're going to be doing any form of drop shipping, where you have to buy the item first and then ship it to the customer. Once they receive it, your funds are released. So depending on which platforms, sometimes you have to wait, sometimes the money is instantly available to you. Just depends on which platforms. So once you determine what your strategy is going to be, which platforms you're going to sell on. Then you raise some money for some capital so you at least have some level of cash flow, because you don't want to be caught with the ability to buy something amazing that's going to sell like crazy on multiple platforms, but you don't have the money because you didn't raise any capital. So you can spend the next month raising capital or the next 2 weeks, but you got to be aggressive about it because it's September the 1st. There are other things you can do, like take loans. I don't always recommend that because, again, depending on your level of consistency or your dedication and commitment to your business, you may start this and then stop, and then you still have to repay the loan. So just something to think about. The next thing is to develop or fine tune your inventory plan. So maybe your inventory plan is, I want to send in or make sure that I'm sending in at least 100 items a week, 200 items a week, if I'm going to be selling on Amazon. You need to figure that out. If you're going to be sending in 100 items a week, then the next thing is to figure out, okay, what are my inventory sources? If I'm doing retail arbitrage, am I sourcing from Target or Walmart? Am I sourcing from other stores that are non-traditional? Like this past weekend, we went to a grocery store and went through their stuff in their store, and it was on clearance. There was a lot of stuff that was on clearance in the grocery store, which was crazy. And it wasn't just groceries, like we're talking about clothes and shoes and things like that. Are you going to go to non-traditional places like Five Below? You've got Big Lots, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. You also have some specific stores that people may not be thinking about, like pet stores or home improvement stores or kids stores. So figure out where you're going to be sourcing, and also make sure that you've nailed down what your intentions are. How many units are you planning on sending in per week? Because if you're going to be selling on Amazon, which is where inventory moves the fastest, compared to any other platform, inventory moves the fastest on Amazon. And it moves even faster if you have the little Prime logo on it. So there's a whole thing around getting the buy box, and we can talk about that another time, but I just need you to know that you need to figure out what your sources are. So look for stores that are maybe within a 10-mile radius or a 20-mile radius, or maybe you're going to do wholesaling, and compile your list of wholesalers or distributors that you're going to reach out to and check to see what inventory they have. But you got to put together your plan. And then the last thing I'm going to recommend is you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent on whatever your approach is going to be. Once you build your schedule, once you figure out your e-commerce strategy, what platform you're going to sell on, you raise some money for your business, you figure out what your inventory plan is going to be, how much am I going to push through my store every single week, or push into my store every single week, and then your inventory sources. Where am I getting this inventory from? There's more that you need to do, but these are starters. So it's September the 1st. Sit down and think about these 6 things that I kind of pointed out. Put together your strategy and your approach. Don't wait until the last minute. You can make money this Q4. Again, sales are going up exponentially for online stores, all online stores, and especially those that are most popular. So we want to encourage you to get your Q4 training today so you can profit more this Q4. The training has already been developed, and it is all 100% Q4 focused. There are 22 trainers that have compiled their different strategies and techniques to help you to make money this Q4. And there's a lot of great information, everything from marketing to optimizing your listing, I can think, to strategies for retail arbitrage, strategies for private label, things that will help you to be able to make money this Q4. So we encourage you to grab your Q4 training. It is at www.q4summit.com. Grab that training today so that you can maximize your profits this Q4. Take advantage of all of the buyers that are going to be out there. And then if you haven't already, you can join our eCom Sellers Mastermind Facebook group. It's a free Facebook group. We provide e-commerce support. We ask you that you provide your email address so we can keep you up to date on everything that is happening. And that is it. I just want to thank you. My name is Nicole Whitlock. Just wanted to say hello and show my screen. Hi. So yeah, take advantage of all of the options and all of the strategies available for Q4. Until then, I hope this information was helpful. It gave you something to think about. Get started with your Q4 strategy today. Thanks.